the days of teens being able to find a part-time job in the summer.
They be doing too much, and they ain't worth all that. We're not paying like itty bitty teen money. We need somebody who can actually do the work. Even though minimum wage is still technically, what, $7.25 or something like that, those jobs are paying well above that. Back in the day, it was so much easier to find a teen job because you were getting paid minimum wage. At my previous company, hiring for some of our branches. Interviewed this one guy, he was like 30. The team wanted to ship him off to another store. I said, no, bring him over here to work under me. I want him to be a supervisor in one of our locations. So now I'm training him and he does phenomenal work and I'm actually proud of him. I'm so proud of him. Some months go by and another guy applies. This young dude is 18 years old and he tells me about how he's been working since he was 14. That automatically piqued my interest because I've been working ever since I was 14 as well. We decided to give him a chance. From the get-go, we noticed that there are problems when it comes to following direct instructions. Everything is not negotiable. When we say something, that's exactly what we mean. And I work in an industry with all men. It's pretty much just all men. And I'm the only black man in senior management. So as he's training in our locations, the rule is if you have hair, it doesn't matter what it is, it must be pulled back. The white man with long hair is pulled back into a ponytail. It must be pulled back for safety. The supervisor that we hire, he has like braids. His hair is always pulled back in a ponytail. He makes no issue with this. This 18-year-old has locks. For whatever reason, he believes that he can wear his locks out. It's not negotiable. If you are raising your black boys to believe that they can just wear their hair how they want to, and any business is supposed to accept that, you are setting your son up for failure. The next time he came to work, it wasn't pulled back. Little did he know, he had already stifled his career just like that. He could have been someone that we wanted to train to go into an assistant manager role eventually, to possibly have his own location. His insubordination with just pulling his hair back already eliminated him from any consideration. I told his ass, pull your fucking hair back, put it in a ponytail. He tried to tell me, oh, it doesn't go back. I don't give a fuck. Retwist it so that you can grab it and pull it. It must be in a ponytail. So we relegate him to working in what we call the dungeon. You're in the back, nobody can ever see you. That's it. You're never gonna do anything else. We're paying him $18 an hour. This isn't like teenager money. So a few weeks goes by and I find out that he used to work at Champs. I find out that he was fired from Champs. I decide to keep that to myself. I'm like, you know what? No. I'm gonna look out for him. I'm not gonna really report that. Then a few weeks goes by. One of the other managers comes to me. He's like, Chad, I think he's still in time. I think that he is not clocking out the lunch. I'm like, no, that can't be. First, we review all the time card punches. No lunch recorded, okay? Then we take a look at the camera footage. Walks right past the time clock. Other senior managers come to me, Chad, we're gonna fire him. I'm like, no, let's not fire him. Let's talk to him. When someone tells me that they've been working since they were 14, I immediately give him the benefit of the doubt of, oh, he's working to support his family or something like that. I tried to look out for him. We called him in the office and instead of firing him, we decided to just write him up, even though that was a fireable offense. I saved his ass twice. Mind you, this is all within the course of like the first month and a half. I noticed that he's having problems with staying till close because he doesn't have his own car. His mom comes to pick him up. I shift his schedule so that he's closing with the supervisor. One day I go into close with them. Me and the supervisor, two black men, sit down with this 18-year-old black boy and we have a serious conversation with him. We tell him, hey, either one of us, we will take you home every single night. You do not have to worry about that. We got you. The supervisor, who also has braids, talks to him once again and tells him, listen, you need to have your hair pulled back. We asked him what his plans are. He really didn't take school too serious. And he wants to be a streamer. I pretend like I never heard that. But the next day he shows up to work and his hair is pulled back into a ponytail. Now let's see if he can follow instructions about his hair. Maybe we can get him out of this dungeon. So about 2 weeks passes. He's scheduled to close with just him and the supervisor. He asks the supervisor if he can get off early because his friend has a birthday dinner. The supervisor says, no, it's just me and you tonight, but I will make sure that I get us out on time. He says, cool. He then asks the supervisor if he can take a late lunch. The location closes at 8, but he wants to take his lunch at 6. The supervisor says, okay, why not? At 6 o'clock, he did not go to lunch. At 6 o'clock, he went to that birthday dinner. He didn't even tell the supervisor. He left this man who had been looking out for him by himself. It was a safety risk. It was a regulation risk. And I fired that ass. And we decided no more teenagers. Hope the fucking birthday dinner was worth it, streamer.
Wow, man. Damn.
The reason why everybody want to be streamers is because streamers are lame. Broadcasting from the work car. Got this big brand new. Get you one of these. Hybrid. The Jag's at home. I just got this for work. Keep it cute. Our generation, in order to be famous and rich, you had to be talented. You caught lightning in a bottle. That's the only way that you're going to be rich and famous. So it went from rich and famous because you were extremely, extraordinarily talented to rich and famous just because you're famous. No talent, you're just rich and famous. Maybe you're just beautiful, but no actual talent. So now you can be rich and famous with no talent and you don't gotta be beautiful. You don't gotta be nothing. Of course, everybody's gonna wanna be streamers because it requires no actual talent. I just don't understand it simply because, I mean, are you really gonna be 30 online acting like a fucking goofball for a bunch of 12, 13-year-old kids who fucking got their mom's credit card linked to their phone through Apple Pay? To the younger generation, I know y'all don't know this, but those people are lame for real. You set yourself up anyway because when you make money like that and then you don't have it, you really are gonna put yourself into a big ass depression. We all know how hard it is for a pro athlete to not have their money anymore. And how hard that life adjustment is, right? And this is somebody who's insanely gifted, naturally talented by God. And for them to transition is extremely difficult. A lot of them unalive themselves with doing that, right? Imagine how difficult it is going to be for somebody who has no fucking talent whatsoever, who's not beautiful or anything like that. They are just regular as the fuck. Is it really worth what you're trying to get out of it? You have to think about that. Think about like the long-term effect. Like, I don't even follow that Kai shit and all this other shit, but look, clearly he back on that shit because He thought he was bigger than the program. And I'm not talking bad about the dude. I don't know him. I'll follow no streams again. That shit is for kids. It's like a bitch who talking about, I'm gonna lead a stripper club. I'm too old to strip. I need to get off this pole. And then she go out into the world and she realized that it ain't nothing, that she can't do nothing else. And then you see this old bitch on this pole again, 50 years old, selling coochie, ripping and tearing, vaginal dryness. It's like looking at Ray J. Isn't Ray J a train wreck? And this is the thing. Ray J was actually born rich. Like Ray J, he's a rich kid. He only knows life in LA. He didn't come from the hood. Ray J was a rich kid from LA. He had it before a lot of the people that we know had it. Most people are going to be regular, working people, even the famous ones. Celebrity is only for a short period of time. One day, your audience is gonna wake up. Once upon a time, Bow Wow was the shit. The shit. Once upon a time, Britney Spears. Y'all don't know what it was like when Britney Spears was in her prime. Britney Spears was the thing. And now look at her, dancing in a bikini. Look at Bow Wow. Y'all don't know who Bow Wow used to be. When he was little Bow Wow, you just don't know the way you move so fast across the floor. Y'all don't know. I don't know, that's just a rant. But that's why I think everybody want to be streamers.